Hey, it's Jeremy Glowacki, Editor-in-Chief of Projector Central at CES 2026. And I'm here with my good friend Mark Major at the Hisense booth. And when you come to CES, like there's a million different technologies being presented to you. Projection is a very small part of that, but for a company like Hisense, it's a very important part of that. And it's also one of the bigger booths that you'll see here. But Mark's going to tell us about two new projectors that we've introduced on Projector Central, but we haven't really gotten deeply into yet. First one is the XR10, which is called the apex of projector. Now, Mark, what does that mean, the apex of projector?
Well, if we think about the word apex predator, right? That's the top of the food chain, right? So the goal is here to focus on being the best projector in the market.
Okay.
Right? That's the long-term strategy. Now, will it be? You'll let us know,
okay,
right? So our customers know. But you know, the idea behind it, we have a lot of firsts in this product. The DLP chipset is a little different than we've had, let's say, in the C2 Ultra or the C2 Pro. Look at the front of this thing. It has 17 different glass lenses in here.
Wow.
And why is that important? Obviously, we're trying to make sure it's a sharp image from corner to corner, not just in the center, which is kind of important, right? The unit also has, which is totally different, is a sealed microchannel liquid cooling system. Right? We know in the electronics world that heat, electronics, not good. Right? Doesn't mess well. So that's the purpose behind it, and also reduces that fan noise that some people are more sensitive to than other people. And on top of it, 6,000 ANSI lumens of brightness and conservatively 6,000 to 1 contrast. And why that's possible is because we have now a dynamic iris in the product. And we also have lens shifts. So it's 130 degrees vertically, and then horizontally it's 46. So we're not distorting the picture because you're off axis or you need to move the lens a little bit, right? Or the picture a little bit. So that's a big difference. And on top of it, you can see in the front, we have 4 small cameras. It's a quad camera focusing system because this product has what's called our Auto Magic system. You know what's that mean? Well, one is focusing the unit, right? It does it super fast. You don't have to sit there with a manual ring and do it yourself. I mean, you can do it remote, but this does it automatically. It also does the colors automatically. So if you're using a screen, which we always prefer, right? You kind of know it's a white screen or a gray screen. It's kind of simple. But what happens if somebody doesn't want a screen? They just want to have this really dynamic product, and they just want to put it on a table. Right? Because it is part of like our boundless lifestyle category. You notice we have it with the C family up here. This will automatically look at your wall, understand the type of color on your wall, and fine-tune the picture of the product to maximize its performance based on what you're shooting it against. So you need to have those 4 cameras so it becomes more accurate and faster. You don't want it to take a full minute. Right? So a couple of the really cool things. And it has DuVLA inside the Opera system, so it's a beautiful sounding product. It also has one cool feature. Go into the menu. We have an internal lighting system on this, so you can turn it on. So for some of the extreme enthusiasts that like to look at the inner workings while they're watching a show, you can do it.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of a cool feature.
So that's on the back of it. You can see.
Yeah, supposedly because you have the side.
Okay, so
like a little bit of a light that you can go.
Yeah, it's like a little.
I haven't turned it on yet. Then told them I want to turn it on. I want to see what color the light is. So I don't know what color it is.
Right.
I'm sure it's not going to be white because that would not be good. Oh, before I forget, what makes this also a little more different than, let's say, the L9Q, even though it shares the same DLP chip and controller, we have a dual diode laser system. So you got RGB twice. Okay. So why is that important? Well, it makes it more easy to get the 6,000 ANSI lumens without overtaxing the diode. Okay. So, we're hoping better longevity, right? Right. The goal. Okay. Sounds great. So you've got the optical zoom. Right. So placement is not, again, with the lens shift and the optical zoom, placement is very flexible in terms of where you can put it in the room. Right. You don't have to just line it up and be right in front of you. And we're not doing it digitally, which means it's going to be a cleaner, sharper picture, right?
Yeah, right. Okay. And this is a new release as of like late last year was when it was basically
we announced the middle of December.
It was very late in the year.
Yeah. It was
and we're at CES basically previewing it. Time frame, what we're aiming for?
June-ish by the time we get it into our, listen, it's a first launch. It could be early July, it could be early June, but target time frame is, we call it late 2Q, which is really June.
Okay. And I know people, it's hard when you're starting out, you're still making changes to it, but pricing, just a range of where
Roughly
maybe we're going to be?
$6,000.
Okay, that works. Yeah. But
and it also is going to have our brand new Vita home operating system. That's what it's called.
Okay.
So we can demonstrate that over a different area, but it's a brand new operating system for us. Well, it's Vita, but the style of it.
Okay.
For instance, right? You have a Ring camera system in the house. Somebody rings the doorbell. It can now pop up on the screen, so you can see immediately on your screen, on your image.
Okay.
Again, this is defeatable, but if you don't want to defeat it, you can know who's at the front door of your house. So you don't have to jump up out of the chair. And if you're lucky enough to have a wireless, key system electronic, you can let them in right in the room.
Okay.
So you don't have to leave your room ever.
Right.
There's cool stuff like that.
Okay, great.
But all those little, again, that's the brand new Vita home operating system. We just announced that yesterday.
Okay, amazing. So now that would be what. Would it replace like a Google TV type of situation?
So our lifestyle type products, these type products have always been Vita anyways.
Okay.
So it's just we're incorporating the brand new Vita OS. That's what we're doing.
And just for the people that are really into the TI DMD chip, which chip is it then in this particular model?
I can't let that one out. It's the same DLP chip as the L9Q.
Okay, right. Yeah, so people can figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. We're going to go to our next stop then, all right?
You got it.
Okay, so we're at stop number 2 at the Hisense booth and the PX4 Pro, which is obviously a laser TV, ultra short throw.
Yeah, it looks like a baby L9Q almost, right?
Yeah, which we reviewed this fall and was a very popular, it's still a very popular model. Now, what makes the PX4 Pro different than the L9Q maybe to start with?
PX4 Pro replaces the PX3 Pro, right? So some of the big advances, number one is it's brighter. So the PX3 Pro is 3,000 ANSI lumens. This goes to 3,500.
Okay.
Now the contrast is also better on this because we have a dynamic iris.
Nice.
So which we didn't have on the PX4 Pro. So our initial specs on this are pretty close to 6,000 to 1, but final specs are still going to be determined when we get ready to ship it. ETA in this product is again end of Q2.
Okay.
Similar to the XR10 we just looked at. One of the other big deals about this, besides having an iris, which everybody's asked us to put an iris in the product, right? It's the first ultra short throw in the world that's VRR FreeSync. Nobody else is VRR FreeSync. So, which is great. And it's going to be a segue into, and we don't need to go look back at it, but I'll let the cat out of the bag, right? We know at the end of the year, we're going to come out with another model that'll be the world's first 4K 120 hertz ultra short throw projector.
Nice.
Now again, that's at the end of the year.
Yeah, so the gamers are going to love that.
Oh yeah, I mean, this being VR FreeSync is huge, right?
Yeah.
Good step forward. Because it is super fast. It's 1 millisecond response or lag, which all of our new models are.
Okay.
Which is a big. You're looking. Last year was 12, right?
Yeah.
You're down to 1. That's a big advancement.
Wow.
Big advancement. So, and then right now we're shooting on a 120-inch screen, and you can see the throw distance was also improved from being a 0.22 to a 0.2.
Okay.
So it's the same throw distance as our PT1.
Okay. Very good.
And since we're designed for Xbox, the long-term strategy this year, after it launches, you're not going to have the actual Xbox gaming console. All you're going to need to do is have 2 controllers.
Wow.
So everything's going to be streamed live through our Vita OS operating system.
Okay.
So part of that Vita home, in the past, we've had Google on all our ultra short threads. Our lifestyles have always been Vita. Now we're slowly transitioning over to our brand new Vita operating system, even on our ultra short threads.
Okay, very good. And we're targeting a price point range?
Roughly 4K.
Okay.
There's a lot of advancements over the PX3 Pro.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks like a baby L9Q.
It does.
The same form factor, just significantly smaller.
Yeah. And you got, as you say, 80 to 200 inch.
That's another big one.
Yeah.
So in the past, most of our USCs have been up to 150. The L9Q was the first one to go to 200.
Yeah.
Now also our new replacement, the PX4 Pro, also be 200.
Really does become a flat panel replacement option if you can't fit a big giant TV through your room. And
these are more immersive. I mean, flat panels, you can get a 163-inch, micro LED around the corner at, price points that are as much as some people's houses. That's they're very expensive still. I mean, you're looking at something like this, you get a screen, you get a 150-inch screen, one of these projectors, you're maybe at 7,000. That's better than 70,000 or 100,000, right?
Yeah, maybe.
So, and still, think about this. So, these products, super color focus, it's an RGB, right? Red, green, blue. You're over, what was it, 110% of BT 2020. In different numbers, it's over 1 billion different shades of color. So I'll put that in how big that number really is. If you were born today, somebody said count to 1 billion, it would take you at minimum 95 years. We would never complete the task. So that's how many shades of color these can produce.
Okay.
So it's trying to make it a little more real, right?
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very great. Okay, so thank you very much for the introductions, and looking forward to the models coming out and getting some reviews.
All right, excellent.
At the end of the year.
Thanks,
All
man.
right.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too.